Hi there, it's Sam from Poodles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is a two-part project. As you can see, I have got some mini milk cartons in a holder, but it's a holder that actually holds 6, and you can see I've got a gap at the moment. So part 1 is going to be showing you how to make the milk cartons, and part 2 in a couple of days' time is going to be how to make the holder. And it is a specific size to hold 6, and I love it. I absolutely adore it. And I'm going to show you how to make it now with just the milk cartons and the stamping that's on it. So first thing you need to score first, because actually it's not stamped everywhere. We're not stamping at the bottom. You could do, if you wanted, you could just scatter your piece of cardstock with stamped images. I don't want to, because I want them in particular ways. As you can see, they are the same. They've got 5s and 3s and 5s and 3s, and actually I'm going to show you the different types of it, well, one of the 2 different kinds of inks that you get with stamping with white onto colour. But anyway, back to the project. Whether you work with 8.5 by 11 or A4 cardstock, you can get 2 of these, 2 milk cartons from one sheet. We in the UK, and anybody who works with the A paper, the width is 8.25 inches, which is 21 centimetres. America, you work with 8.5 inches. We need the full width. I'd prefer 8.5 inches, but it's doable with 8.25. And then the length of it, sorry, the width of the small piece of cardstock is 5.5 inches, which is 14 centimetres. So it's half of an 8.5 by 11, or a little less than half of A4. So 5.5 by 8.25, 14 by 21.5, and you can get 2. Definitely 2 from a piece of cardstock. Anyway, I shall stop talking. Long side at the top, dead easy. Score it at 2, 4, 6 and 8. So that leaves us just 1/4 inch in the UK for A4. That's all, but that is all you need. And that's 5, 10, 15 and 20 centimetres. Turn it round, and there are 3 score lines, but we're only going to do 2 this way round. First one is at 1.5 inches, and the next one is at 3.5, which is 4 and 9 centimetres. Then turn your card over, but keep it in the same position, and your last score line is at 5 inches, which is 13 centimetres. And that is so when you fold your card, that's the one where I followed the score lines the same. Beautiful creases there, beautiful score line there, and I've got a crack appearing here, which perhaps can't see. So when I revisited it, all of the rest, scored, and then I folded it the opposite way, and it's a beautiful crease line. So that is really important. That please do that. So most of my score lines are on one side, the other one is the opposite way around. And that is the one we're going to work with first. So when you've got a groove going down, that is the bit that is outside, so you fold away from your groove that you've scored. And that is so that you don't get that buckling and creasing. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's creased there, and that's when you're folding score lines, it's because you've depressed and reformatted the fibres location basically. So this one has come towards me, so now I've got grooves here, so folding it away from them. So I shall keep doing that. So it's only that one that you need to worry about. But trust me, it makes a difference when you want a nice looking box. And the last one, this little skinny bit here. There we go. So bits to trim and remove. So we've got our thin score line at the top, and then we've got a wider one at the bottom, and then the thin rectangle here. Get rid of that. Don't need it. And then cut straight up these other 3 score lines. And I will bring in one of the others that I've made and show you that the bottom doesn't completely meet, but that's okay, because it's the bottom. And what was more important was that I could get 2 out of a sheet of cardstock. I could have made it 6 inches, but then, you know, it would have been wasteful. Right, stamping. We have 2 white inks. Let me find the other one because I forgot to bring it down. We have Whisper White Craft ink, and we have White Stays on ink that you can get through as a stamp out. I can't remember. There we go. that's the Whisper White. So it just looks like an ordinary ink pad. And this is the white StazOn. The finish you get, this is the StazOn, so quite pale. And this one here is the Craft, the Whisper White Craft ink. So they are brighter. This is the one that I would want to use myself, but you do have to allow it to dry. Maybe bring in your heat gun or put them off to one side and come back in an hour or so. So it's up to you which you want to do. I prefer the look of this one, but for the speed video, or speed purposes of the video, I'm going to show you the StazOn version right now. So I'm going to move that out of the way. So your white StazOn comes with a lid, comes with a little spreader doodah because you can refill it regularly. So I'm just going to take my stamp here, which is Something to Say, and these three here match the new Itty Bitty Accents. And all I'm doing is stamping 5 little stars into each of these panels here. And actually with the craft ink you can get 3 stars without having to go back and take your stamp back to the ink pad. And then these ones I'm taking 1 at the top and 2 below, and then 2 at the top, oopsie daisy, and 1 below. Oops, oh I've splodged, oh I have to hope that bit's hidden. So 2 at the top and 1 below, and that's how I'm getting the star that matches the DSP pattern, which is going to go on the outside of the box. But you'll find out more about that in a couple of days' time. I can move all of those and I can now put this all together. And now this is the easy part. Actually, to be honest, all of it's the easy part. So sticky strip along this loose tab here, all the way to the top. And then because the bottom isn't going to meet up, we need to put sticky strip on 2 parts, but on the opposite side. So the one closest to the tab, miss one, and then the next one. And this time you want to put it down close to the edge. There's one, and there's the other. And so when it folds up and closes, no problem at all. It's all going to stick nicely and neatly. So that's the back. So I'm going to bring my sides in so you can see where my sticky strip is. Bring the back down first. And then the last part is going to be the front. And bring that round. So this is the front of the box here, so it folds smoothly down, pushing the sides with your fingers. And because we already scored that line in the opposite direction, it is not cracking, creasing, buckling or anything like that. And I'm going to take some of the mini metallics pins and, oops, they come in gold and silver, and I've actually just separated mine just so it's easy for me to find. And I wanted the silver ones this time. So grip it closed, clip it in the middle, and that means that you can fill it with your goodies. You can make these in advance, fill with your goodies. People can take them if they're maybe as favours, and it will fit nicely in the box. And it's up to you whether you want to go that way round or that way round. You could have 3 sat like that, or you could have 3 sat like that. It's up to you. Anyway, I like it. These are, like I say, specifically designed to fit this particular carrier because I wanted to use minimal cardstock. The whole project, when you see it completed tomorrow, the whole project takes less than, well, it's 5 sheets of cardstock is all you need to make the whole lot. 6 favour boxes and the carrier. Anyway, see you in a couple of days.